Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane Car, and I am way up in the Rockies. This is springtime. Well, it's more like a Siberian springtime, I'd say. But it's cold, it's dark, it's rainy, and it's snowy. And we have the 2015 Volkswagen Tiguan. Now, this is the important part. This is the base model with all-wheel drive, but the price is $29,095. Coming up next, we're going to take it into the snow, into the muck, into the dirt, into this. And we're going to see whether or not it's worth that price. Entschuldigung, wie bitte, ein Moment. Hold on one moment. Oh, a swarm. It's really, really cold up here. What you're looking at here is a 200 horsepower four-cylinder TSI engine that makes 207 pound-feet of torque, hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's, Volkswagen's version of an automatic transmission, and to the all-wheel drive system through a Haldex center diff. Gets 23 miles per gallon combined. It's not so good. Now, the fortunate part of this is that this engine is a legendary four-cylinder Volkswagen turbocharged engine, and they do it better than almost anybody else. Fantastic engine. I just wish it was a little bit more efficient. All right, steering is a little light, I've noticed, but it does build up when you really start pouring on the speed. Off-road, well, it doesn't really make much of a difference. You can feel that you're turning the wheels, but you can't really feel what the wheels are doing. That's pretty typical for most crossovers. Mazda is one of the few automakers out there that's really been able to dial in feel, or at least simulated feel. But Volkswagen's not too bad. Overall, it looks exactly like a Tiguan should. And I know it's a base model, but because it's over $29,000, you would think that you would get more stylish, larger wheels, which you don't. Or perhaps a little bit more charm in the grille, which you don't. Or fog lights, which you don't. And also perhaps some sort of cool back spoiler, which you don't. Or perhaps some other things, which you don't. But what you do get is a properly German-built Volkswagen. I'm going to read off a few numbers that are actually pretty interesting. So the curb weight for this vehicle, which is the all-wheel drive version, is almost 3,600 pounds. Its payload is 1,149 pounds. You can tow up to 2,200 pounds with a trailer brake. Approach angle is 28 degrees. Departure angle is 25 degrees. That's pretty good. And breakover is 21 degrees. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, it's 6.9 inches of ground clearance. That's not too bad either. Altogether, it's a very useful package in snow. I know what some of you are saying, wow, you're griping an awful lot about a car. You don't gripe that much and you're right, I don't. I think my disappointment with the Volkswagen is one thing and one thing only, its price. Oh, great power plant, fantastic. Transmission setup is beautiful. All-wheel drive system works wonderfully. It really, really is just such a great driver's vehicle. it went from being a vehicle that I would have said rented because the price is so expensive compared to the competition, to a vehicle that when you drive it, you say, oh God, yeah, that's right, it's so damn good. I forgot it's this great. That's the bottom line. It's really well put together. Behind the second row, you have 23.8 cubic feet of space. Then you put those seats down, you have 56.1 cubic feet of space. And that's pretty good for a small SUV like this. However, there are other crossover SUVs that compete with the Volkswagen that are larger. Still, it's nice to have. And one of the things I absolutely love about Colorado is just how amazingly beautiful it is here. Yeah, it's cold and I'm frozen, but look at this. This is awesome. So what about the 2015 Volkswagen Tiguan? Well, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I was about to give it a rented. But it's that amazing engine, great transmission, and fantastic all-wheel drive system that makes it a lease it car. If Volkswagen could knock off like $3,000 from it, it would be fantastic, but it's just too expensive. That's just my opinion, but I bet you a lot of you are going to agree with me. For the Fast Lane Car, this is Nathan Adlin. Don't forget to go to tflcar.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. Time to get warm. Bye-bye.
This is the brand spanking new BMW X6, and here's the great part, M. With 567 horsepower and 553 pound-foot of torque. Not too long ago, this would have been considered a supercar. Yet, where are the gull-wing doors? Where's the hood scoop? Where are the massive wings? It doesn't have any of that. It in fact is a very tall crossover. It shouldn't be fast. So we've taken it here to our test track at IMI Motorsports to find out just how fast it is from 0 to 60 and of course, just how fast it is around this track.